all sitting here shooting the shit.
Yo, what's up? I'm your host, DJ Duss, with my co-host, Mr. Cell Phone himself, Bamboo. What's up, buddy?
What's good?
All right, you want to let the people know what's going on over here? Why you look thinner today?
Well, no, my computer's acting a little weird right now, so I'm just
Tell the truth.
Little technical difficulties.
It's called late. I restarted my computer late. It's okay.
Late. Yes,
late.
I was late. I'll take it.
We'll break enough. That's enough, Bam. You're on. We can't dog you that much, right?
I made it though. I made it on time.
It. All right, people. You can listen to all our episodes on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all major streaming platforms.
Yeah.
I don't know, Bam. I didn't get to talk to you earlier. We're on like 3 more. I don't know. Exactly.
Oh wow. Okay.
It's just being added on, and that's all at Shooting the Shit Podcast 1.
Wow.
Also, stream all our episodes live. Comment, question. That's at Shooting the Shit. Like our page. Be a part of the show. Pick on Bam. Bam likes Big Willie. Let's do it. Also, you can stream all our episodes and watch all our old ones at Shooting the Shit Podcast. That's on YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube page.
Right.
Last but not least,
Please.
all our best episodes are airing Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern at Let's Battle TV Canada. That's at www.letsbattletv.ca.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's
How you
lot,
doing, man?
Boy.
It's not bad. It's not bad, man. I got like 8.5 hours of work while I'm driving and say this shit over and over and over again.
Okay,
Anyways, before we get into it, we have a big birthday shout out.
Yes.
For our buddy, my little buddy,
Yeah,
Calvin. Happy birthday. This is DJ One Up, aka Alex, our man. That's his middle son. It's his birthday today. I want to shoot him a happy birthday. I'm definitely going to see you soon and whoop your little bum, all right?
All right.
Good kid. All right. We have a special guest today. Female rapper, battle rapper. She has videos on YouTube. I've caught her a while ago. I was happy our paths crossed on social media, and I had to send a message and link out and see if she'd want to do the show, and she absolutely said yes. Let's get her on. Laydee Lyrix, what's up? Oh, I caught her drinking water.
What's up?
you want to take a sip? You have a second. Go ahead. We're like, go right now. How you doing? You're like, where does this? Give me another second.
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
All right.
So how's everything with you? Life's good. Can you hear me?
Life's good. Living the dream.
Yes.
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Perfect. Yes. You never know. When we go live stream
Perfect.
backstage is always a different scenario. For some reason, it always goes nice and smooth. Once you go to live streaming, good job, Bam. God bless you. When you go to live streaming, everything can get a little fuzzy with the internet world, But let's get right into it now. Where were you born and raised?
I'm actually from Ontario, Canada, and I was raised in a small town called Thorold, and now I live in the Falls.
That's a beautiful place. How long have you been at Niagara Falls?
I think it's been about 6 years now.
I want to go back. COVID fucked that shit up for me this summer.
Yeah. Definitely.
I like it because it's so close to everything. Like it's like an hour drive to Toronto. It's like 20-minute drive to the border if you're traveling, which we were talking about backstage that we all miss. So I miss that.
Something in the past.
Toronto drives. I suck to the.
Are you guys in lockdown and where you at? Why does live stream?
You guys, it's all just went like arrows. Everybody's gone for a sec.
Okay, do you see us now? Bam, are you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I got you back.
So, okay, good. So who influenced you to be an artist? Oh, we got a lag. Can you hear us?
What were you saying, Bam?
I asked
I'm
her
kidding.
I'm good. I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Who influenced you to be an artist?
No, good.
We don't.
First I was write poetry in high school, and then it was like Eminem and Afro Man came around, so it was like a mix of like a lyricist with a catchy like dancey vibes, and together those two artists were like, okay, like I'm gonna start making raps and no one's gonna suspect that I'm gonna come up with these raps. And at first people were like, what is she doing? Why is she coming up with these raps? Like, you know, and I sing too. I was have since I was like 4. So it's like that was like
Awesome.
just something that was like born into me. Thank you, Dad. But you know, other than that, rap was something I kind of taught myself, and I had to because of I think just to prove to myself and everybody that I could do it. And
That's dope.
I think I'm one of the female artists definitely stuck with it around here. So, but I'm always calling them out to like, come on, let's do a song. You know, I want to see people come back out. Like people remember the names, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. So, how old were you when you start taking this seriously? I know you were writing. You said you wrote poetry, but when you start, I'm going to put some music together and get to the studio. How old were you?
First time I performed, had to be in my late teens. So it was closer to like I started writing when I was 16, 17, and I didn't actually do a live show until I was like 19 or 20.
Okay.
I think it was 20 because it was like a sad story. A friend of mine passed away. I can't believe it's been that long already. But yeah, and that was what made me like just do the show live. And it was a journey because like my name when I first started was Lyrically Disease, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna have this name and be infectious of my music. But you go and you rap battle with that name, and it was like, oh my god, because I started out like rap battling guys, and then they found like females for me to battle too. So it just started from there, and then I just didn't give up, and I just kept doing it. And I've realized that it wasn't about me winning or losing; just people like had this love for watching it for some reason. Because I actually averaged 80,000 views per battle. I don't know how.
What?
I know there's like these pages that people send me from around the world. Like I got a friend from Australia and she's like, girl, she's like, you don't even know, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, how do you even even heard of me from all the way out there? Wow. And they've got these statistics and all that stuff. So it's crazy. You never know where your exposure is going to come from. I just kind of got to that point where I was like, I'm not funny like that. I'm just like mean, you know what I mean? And it's, so I like to do shows better, I think. And do public speaking is a second passion because I think that a lot of females, like they need that. We need that sisterhood. As much as you guys need your brotherhood, we need our sisterhood.
100%.
And we need more girls talking about the sisterhood over like, you know, your assets. Like whether that be your money and your ass and on all the rest of that stuff, you know?
I totally agree.
Because there's so much more to it in music. And I actually, like, all respect, like, I turned down a song with an artist that, like, he's got a lot of stuff out there, but I said, you know, it's been done. I want to expand what I'm writing about. And that's why I've taken a little bit of break into myself because the last year has kicked my ass, like 31 to 32, kicked my ass. And I was like, time to grow up, time to, like, you know, kill it on the partying and stuff like that, get healthy, quit smoking cigarettes, which I've done. So this is the toughest thing I ever did in my life.
I was just going to ask you that. Yeah.
I smoked for 22 years and I'm only 32. So I started when I was 10.
So bam, take some advice.
You can imagine what that do to a singer's voice too, though. And it's been hard, but I've been doing energy work actually. That's how I've been just releasing it because like it's always something.
The quitting smoking part. What was the day that you said, "Fuck this, I'm stopping. I'm not smoking anymore"?
And it was back in the summer in August after I was at a healing retreat. I'm Aboriginal, Indigenous, and I've been diving into my culture for the first time ever. I never really knew too much about it, and I still don't know a lot. But there's a lot of things we do. And one of them is stay like or I was talking about that earlier too to you guys. So that and smoking, like they go hand in hand because it's something you deal with your emotions, right? It's an anxiety. Just like some people eat, you know, everybody does something.
There's something there's absolutely something they would do. Yeah.
So the more I just like practice breathing, and that's what they would say to you, you know, like it's just energy and it's just a temporary, emotions are temporary, right? Anything else emotions are always temporary. Anything in our head is something that we permanently created, which then becomes something we reflect in our bodies because we are a reflection of like energy fields, and that's the whole thing with COVID, because it's shifting the world. And no one, we're gonna see where it's gonna land though. It's gonna be something. Because look at it, we all connecting on the internet, and everybody's starting to think alike and think differently. So it's opening doors.
Is some of the negatives that's actually happening around the world? There's some people have some positives. People like us are a show expanded by reaching out now, right? We're on the internet. We're all in we're all in 3 different places having a show. So I found like it really helped us out in that scenario alone. But like there is negatives, and I feel bad for people that lost their jobs and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But in certain ways, it brought not everyone together, but brought a good group of people together. And I love hearing the positives of what people have done throughout COVID, whichever it would be, working on their craft or so. For me, at the end of the day, we worked on our craft. Bam is finally got his laptop up and running. So
finally,
I think his laptop caught COVID itself, but it's good. It's nice to see you there.
He's choking.
Yo, Carm, what's going on, buddy?
Moving slow, just a little slow today.
You're a little bit slow.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna get to the next question because Bam's totally lost. So, but the surprising part of you was when I first. It's funny you said about battle rapping earlier and how it reached out so far. That's how I saw you first.
Yeah.
During the battle rap.
Surprise me.
It was the first thing, and I was like, and the first thing I said is, "This girl's cute and she's battle rapping." It was the first thing I said. I was watching it at Alex's house. I was like, "What is it? Put this on!" Like I was like, and you were going right at it. I was like, "God damn, man!" Like, so how did that start? Because you were saying like the public speaking stuff helps out by being in the public. Battle rapping, is that another?
People just asked me if I wanted to do it, and I was like, "Yeah, I'll do it," because I just didn't know any better, and I'm like, I didn't know what I was doing. I think the first one I freestyled, and it like with Fats, and it was insane. I was like, "What am I doing?" But I just couldn't stop, and it was like something inside me was like, "Hey, we're gonna do another one," and I found like it got better when like I would actually stay sober before I do my show, but I remember more lines, but still like it was the lessons learned, right? Like you gotta learn, like.
Oh yeah,
you do, and it kind of helps you. It doesn't help you with the stage fright, but it does at the same time. Like, so I think that's why a lot of people get caught into that. But I've heard so many people just doing the same thing, and I'm like, oh no. So I don't know, because everyone asked me, they're like, "Would you go back and do it?" And I'm like, I don't know if I could be that mean. Like, I don't sober. Like, I hate it.
That's hilarious that you said that, because we had a bunch of people on here from Bars of Death, and I asked a couple of people. I'm like, first of all, how can you be so mean to someone? And how could you accept someone being so mean to you?
That's the part that gets me, because I wear my emotions on my face, so I wouldn't be able to like listen to it,
turn the camera off. Turn the camera off. I'm gonna beat their ass. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn, that hurts my feelings.
That's the hard part about it, because like she said, a lot of people wear their emotions on their skin and on their face, or whatever, wherever, But if you in it for the craft and you in it for the art, then you appreciate it, especially when it gets you. You know what I mean? You be like, damn, that was good. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just gotta give it where credit is due.
No,
but then when you,
because the better it is, the more insulting it is.
But then when you sharpen your knife and you start slicing and dicing, that feeling is amazing. When you just start cutting down, bing, bang, boom, bang, boom, boom, and you can see it in his face, he's breaking. You get what I'm saying? It feels good. It goes both ways, bro.
I do like that look in their face when you say something that breaks them, like, because you just definitely, you can tell.
You definitely touched onto something. You know what I mean?
Evil human beings.
Well, it's the way it is. You
ever think about battle rapping with positiveness?
There's no such thing. You're not going there to like shake hands and be friends. Like, you're gonna shake hands after. It's like going to a boxing match and expecting them to hug it out. Like, everyone's gonna be like, "There was a shitty match,"
Word.
Jerks.
Now,
so it is what it is.
If you happen to bump into me on the street and we kicking and we talking and it just so happen you tell me you're an artist and whatnot. Now, and I go, hey, what song would you introduce me to make me a fan of your music? Which one would it be?
I would have to say either like one of the new ones, or one of the old ones, like My Shadow, because it's a mix of like when I started to get more on top of my flow and when my vocals were like at a height, like, because I loved where I was recording at the time. So I'm like, it was great.
Okay.
So I'd say those two.
That's dope.
Okay, all right.
So talk about recording. What's the process? Making a track, beginning to end. You get a beat first. Tell me the project. How do you get it done?
It depends on the song because I could write something before I even hear a beat if I'm like really hungry for it and I get a vibe from a person as a producer, and we're gonna go through it, and then sometimes it takes forever. It depends on it because like that last song that I did used to. I got up at 4 a.m. and started writing the song. At 6 a.m, I booked in at Bay 8 Studios in North Beach in the middle of the hurricane in September. And I was like, I am not leaving here empty-handed, because that was after the finals in Coast to Coast, because I was in the finals for the 50 grand this year. And and it was nuts. Like, I'd never seen so many people perform. 400 artists perform that night. So like my buddies were texting me at like 6 a.m, like, and I'm going, I just got up and slept for a couple hours. I'm booking studio time. So by 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I was recording that song. So, and then for the video, it took months, and I was still at the end of it. I'm like, I'm sitting there picking it apart, and I'm like, that's why next time I go, I'm writing out the storyboard. I'm taking it to the like person who's gonna shoot it, direct it. If that's not gonna work, that's not gonna work, you know.
Yeah, I like that.
And bringing up videos and whatnot, you have quite a bit of videos on YouTube and all that. And which one's your favorite? And you know, the one you had the best experience making, or putting input in, and all of that. Which one's your favorite?
I think I had to say it was My Shadow, because it was like a shot and done production. And one day it was like 6 hours, so it was like 3 hours, like lunch break, 3 hours, and we done. And it was just a bunch of my girlfriends and then a bunch of my baby daddy's friends. And we did this video, and I had planned all these places to go. And I was like, don't worry, pay for your gas. So him and his girlfriend came and shot the video. It was actually Ill Vibe from Toronto and Jess. Okay. They're cool people, actually. So, you know, I'm open to that if they're still around. But like, you never know where everybody is these days, because now true. You know, some people traveled and then stayed in the States. Some people have come back, but some people gone into hiding from COVID. Some people gone COVID crazy.
I know a few of them people. Terrified of the COVID and then terrified of the vaccine. I'm like, you are locked in your room forever. Like,
yeah, pretty much.
Give it up.
The unsolved mysteries. We don't know where you are anymore. Anyways, so we talked about you were performing. Your first performances were out when you were out a little older, around 19 or 20. Can you tell me your experience and where it was?
It was actually at this bar called Lava, downtown St. Catharines. It's a shithole.
St. Catharines, you guys, there's a lot of artists that came out of St. Catharines that's out there.
There was, because we had 905 hip hop, right? And that's where the rap battle started, because it was Rap Battle TV. That was that league. And then KOTD came, and it's too bad, because there should have been some sort of merger there, and I feel like that would have kept things going, but disbanded, and you know, people just like not having the proper business mind and attitude for it. True. Because that's the one thing about Travis. Like, say what you want about him, the kid knows business, and he's done well for himself.
Yeah, it's definitely it's hard. You know what I mean? I find, especially when things start to blow up immediately too, sometimes things can get out of hand, right? It's overwhelming.
It does. It's overwhelming when you get all this attention and stuff, and you got the
success is so easy. But when it starts to slow down, you're like, well, what's going on here? It's different. It's sometimes things need to be, we've seen it in different stuff. The success rate jumps so fast. It's nice. Sometimes you have to hand it off to the next person that can take it the same or higher. You know what I mean? Before it decreases. Sometimes some of the stuff that we've witnessed, you know, some of our good friends, Snap and Flawless started 16 Bars of Death. And I think it went way over their head. And they brought it on to Fats and those other guys to take it from there to, and they've taken it three times bigger, right? I think they have almost 4,000 followers. So I like that aspect of it. But your first performance, were you nervous at all?
Absolutely. I just texted my daughter the link so she can.
Yeah, absolutely.
She can tune in. She's upstairs. But yeah, so of course I was nervous. That was my first show. I actually brought my mom, and I brought her to my first rap battle too. Like, a lot of people like grab me for that one, but poor mom, she's been through it all. She's a trooper though, so it's good. It's good.
That's your number one supporter right there, you know.
Yeah, for sure. Well, nowadays I go on my own, because she's like she's going to school actually herself. So it's inspiring for me to go back to school. So that's my next move in January, because I kind of like just blew it away traveling and stuff a lot last year, but it was hard to say no to it. Because I just thought this thing on Instagram was like, you want to put in this video? I was like, yes. And it was like, you want third place. You want to put in a song to do live in Toronto? And I was like, yes. And then they're like, you want second place? They want to go to Miami? I'm like, yes.
Yes, yes, and yes.
So I fundraised the money and just did it independently. Like,
that's dope.
It was crazy.
So what are you taking in January? What are you taking?
I'm just trying to work on my English and my writing and my math and stuff, because I feel like that's super important.
It is
for anybody to have. It's like basic communication skills, right?
Yeah. True.
No, nobody really thinks that it's underrated how to write an email or an essay and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
So, are you currently signed or independent?
I'm independent.
Okay. And how are you finding that?
Exactly that. I have to do a lot of fundraising, and it's a good thing that I have a lot of good people in my life and stuff, and silent partners, and just sold off parts of music and stuff. So it's kind of like, because that's how you gotta do it. You gotta learn. You gotta learn how to play. You gotta learn your business.
Yeah, you got to treat yourself like a business. You know what I mean? You as an artist, as a company. You know what I mean? Okay, listen, this is what I'm looking to do. Maybe you want to get in on this. Maybe you don't want to get in on that. That's what
I've been learning from these A&R meetings.
Nice.
You're lagging out. Sorry, say that again.
Sorry. No. Yeah, go ahead. You talk.
I missed that last part.
Oh, you meant? I was just.
What'd
saying,
you say?
I said you treat yourself like a business. And you said this is how you're learning it from the A&R. So go ahead. You good.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm learning from the A&R meeting. So the first thing they ask you is, can you live off your music? And I'm like, serving. I'm like, no more, man. No more bartending. I actually just said, no more smoking cigarettes, no more bartending, no more partying. Like, going on the music full time, be a student of life. And I think that's going to get me places.
Yeah, New Year's Eve was my last DJing gig. That's another lifestyle. It was just, you know how it is. I don't have to explain.
Yeah, for sure it is. Oh, absolutely. I worked in a nightclub for like 4 or 5 years. Yeah.
It's not that I did not like everyone I worked with, but there's people that I didn't like, and you end up being only friends with these people because of the schedule's the same.
So hard.
Yes.
It's so hard to work.
We're off on
morning,
Sundays. Yeah, and it's like we're going to so and so's house after, and blah blah blah. Yeah. And it's like
we're going to eat here.
And it took me one time. I looked around.
To my 20s.
Yeah, I looked around one time. I'm like, if I died, would any of these people really give a shit? You know what I mean? Like, it's just the people you work with, right? So, like, I became friends with some, really good friends with someone. But realistically, like, there's a group of you, and lifestyle's fucked up. It's I'm not gonna say it's all bad. We had a great time. You probably had a great time in the industry too. But I mean, you get a little older. It's time to get the hell out. So, what's your biggest struggle of being an artist, independent artist?
I think basically it always comes back to the money, and at certain points it comes down to networking, because and your ego is actually like ultimately your biggest struggle.
Oh yeah, that's facts actually.
Well,
that's straight up, it's facts. Yeah, but that's the thing is nobody gonna want to work with you if you got an ego. Not unless like, okay, I'm like Jay-Z or so-and-so, you know what I mean? Like, everybody knows PR is one thing, but also at the end of the day, people ain't really gonna want to work with you. It's a pain in the ass. Like, they're gonna say, I want to work with that artist that's like not a pain in the ass to work with.
On a side note, is there someone did you ever turn down someone you didn't want to collab with because it was gonna benefit them a lot more than it would benefit you?
I wouldn't say
like, were you busy?
I don't think about it like that. I just think about it on like if I can relate to the song, or am I that hungry to get it out? Because I've had people tell me like, oh, why are you collabing with them? It makes you sound worse, you know what I mean? But when I was first starting out, I collab with everybody, of course, because I just wanted to get more singles out there. I've never actually done it with an album, and that's why I've always waited, because I'm like, do I wait until one day if I sign and do it that way, or to come out with one, like, because I haven't had to. Like, I've always like had my exposure through doing singles, through doing battles, through doing shows.
Right.
So
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
You know. Well, I mean, as an artist, you want to work with people because, you get inspired. You know what I mean? This person might have a little something that you don't have, and you got a little something that they don't have, and y'all bring out the best in each other. But then again, some people can bring you down too, right? So, you gotta pick and choose sometimes.
Yeah, that's why I said I recently did turn down a song because it was kind of just like that song about like, oh, like sexy girl, blah blah blah, and I'm like, it's been done, you know what I mean? Like, and it's been done by me too.
True.
Sometimes,
Okay.
well, I got a song that was nominated. Actually, you guys just had Tino on here. We were nominated last year in Niagara Music Awards for that song Tease, but
Nice.
but it's been done, and so now I'm like was trying to vibe on a higher vibrational level. So it's been a lot harder for me to write because usually like I write when I get mad and I'm like, stick it to the man or stick it to this and I'm that. And now I'm like happy and it's like, hey, it's a little harder to write. I feel like more responsible like for my lyrics because people follow it. You don't even know.
Yeah.
Well, it's your creativity. So, that's why, I look at some guys, gangster rappers or these type of rappers, they put themselves in this box and they're stuck there. You know what I mean? Because I can't hear Ice Cube singing some drill music. Can you? I don't see it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You know what I mean? You put yourself in a box and you're stuck there, right? So if you continue to keep going here and there, you can do anything. You get what I'm saying? You're not stuck anywhere.
And that's it.
Like,
I don't want all my songs to sound the same.
Nelly, for example, the man come out, he's doing his rap, blah, blah, blah. Next you know, he's doing some country. Everybody's like, what the fuck just happened there? You get what I'm saying? So
I don't even know if I heard.
Nelly and Tim McGraw?
What is it called? Just Dream? Am I wrong?
Like he done some country music. You'd be surprised. Like you can cross over whenever you want to, right? So don't.
Oh, for sure. But that was another thing I learned when I went to that conference was that like you're gonna get dropped, so you better have some money saved. So hopefully you still got from those Air Force ones. That's
fucking hilarious.
Is there an artist or producer that you would love to work with in the future?
Definitely DJ Khaled because he's crazy and I love it. Yeah.
Why? What's wrong with Khaled?
today. I love it. He's out there. Don't be a hater.
I'm sorry.
I just because I want to work with people who want to promote the hell out of me, and but you know what? He's a promoter, and in a sense, and he owns the rights to all the music. So what happens behind the scenes doesn't really matter, does it? It's his business.
Bam, what's
so,
okay? How come
he's cool? He's got some good shit.
Why not Khaled, Bam? I want to know.
He's not a producer. He's a DJ.
Shut the fuck you.
See, you see. Okay,
but what is it engineer? What is
now
you're just nitpicking it apart.
It's not about nitpicking because if you think about it, he's not a producer. He's a DJ. And then the DJ say the rapper destroyed the mixtape. If you really hip hop, then you'll understand where I'm coming from. You get what I'm saying? You can argue and fight and bicker with me all you want, but I'm sorry.
DJ,
he's just a DJ. You get what I'm saying? All he did is, hey, I know you, you know me. Boom, you give me a beat, you get on this, and I'm gonna scream, DJ Khaled, we #1. That's it, motherfucker. That's all he did.
I'm guaranteed he produced some of those tracks.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I am not knocking the man for all the money he made. I'm not knocking it because it was business and he understood it and he went and got it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking it, but I'm just saying he's not a producer. Now, Dre, producer. Kanye West, producer. Neither one of them are rappers, but they try.
Kanye is definitely up there. He's got good stuff. Like, and you can tell he plays a big hand in producing and stuff. Big time. I do think he's insane, but yeah, he'd be up there too.
But
most
people are geniuses.
Personally,
either way, I'm still sticking with my answer.
Stick with your answer.
I'm just saying. You gotta remember, I'm older than you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what does that make you stupid? I don't understand.
It's a different generation. I get it.
This is why I sometimes when I ask the questions, I cringe of the answer. I'm like, why did I ask that?
Yeah, well, you can cringe all you want, but if you're true hip hop, you understand. You know what I mean? But anyways, thank you for your answer. I appreciate it. And thank you for letting me vent because I like talking to other people instead of him. You got what I'm saying?
And I hate listening to you. So that was a, I will say, a
producer.
Or a DJ, sorry. Is there an artist?
No, now she got to give me the artist. She gave me the producer. Now give me the artist.
Honestly,
Don't worry, Bam will hate it.
the artists that I want to
Yeah.
work with.
Yeah. You want to collab with one
I don't want
person.
to hate on this one too, but I really like Tory Lane's songs and just the way he sings and stuff. So
Yeah.
I think that our voices would sound like amazing together. Actually, like on the babies up there too, like because they're literally they're smashing out all the game right now. They're taking it.
Big
They're running the game.
True,
They're
big
running the
time.
game.
That's
I
big.
admit that.
And
They're
you know,
running
and
the
to
game.
have an artist from Toronto be coming up out of Toronto, like Canadians got that. You know how much talent comes out of Canada? That's one thing I've learned in doing all this stuff, because I don't just do like close myself off in a box and do music. I'll go and compete and learn how to model, because I had no idea. I will like so awkward when people take pictures and stuff like that. It's all stuff that's learned. Like people think that, you know, someone comes out there and they're just automatically good at it. Like they're not. It's just something you got to go to school for, something you got to practice competing at, practice like getting them saying yes and no. So don't expect all yeses in the beginning.
Oh yeah, the struggle with DJing was always it was always timing of music. It was always, when do you play what? It was more of a body language. It was more of a feeling, and the more everyone's like, oh my God, you did a great set. But I must have failed 20 times to get this set. You know what I mean? Like, why didn't this set work before? And then you start to see like it was timing. So
true, because the same, if just how you put it, same thing for me too. What songs, just ranging it in the right way, because
in a performance wise, right? When you perform, you have a strategy of what song's on and what's next, right?
And for an unsigned like rapper like myself, you could have to go to room if you do the wrong song in the wrong order. Like people go out for smoke. Everyone goes out for smoke, goes to the bar and gets a drink, and that's not a good sign.
True. It's that quick. It's absolutely that quick. No, it's funny. But see, even as a DJ though, I remember having a killer set and having that song that kind of sucked. Because what happens was I had to play that song so they can actually get drinks. Because if not, my sales would have looked low as a DJ if everyone was just dancing. So there was psychology behind what I was doing. Like it was that one, like, okay, I know some people might like this song, but the rest of them are going to take a quick smoke break and go to the washroom and get themselves a drink. And then I'll bring them back with a whole nother set. Because if you do too goddamn well with the thing, they're like, we only sold $3,000. I'm like, but the place was packed. It's not my fault they weren't drinking. So you have to strategize that too at certain times. But yeah, everything's strategy. And I remember even with Rob Bam, did you, when you also put a set together, was your strategized too? Like the last time I saw you at Babylon's? Or you just didn't care? No, he just didn't care. Okay.
No. See, me, I like I said, I don't have a big fan base like her. You know what I mean? My fan base is a little smaller, so I know what they want to hear. Though. Yeah, but I know what they want to hear. You get what I'm saying?
Yes,
so
yes.
I cater to them. That's what it is, right? And then I go off the energy. So if I drop the first one and you're not feeling it, that next one's going to be off the fucking chain to get you like, what's going on? Let me get with him. You know what I mean? So it all depends on the artist. Every artist is different. And, you know, some people like to start off smooth and work their way up hard. Some people like to go hard. Like, let me ask you a side question, lady. Okay? If you're opening the show, how would you open the show? If you're opening the show for an artist, how would you open your show?
I think the first thing I would do is grab their attention. So do a song that is kind of like that, encouraging people to drink. So a lot of times I do Hands Up, because that one's like, if you're feeling real good, get them hands up, get them hands up, you know, and the drinks up and you're drinking it, blah, blah, blah. So got people into that. And then I throw out the right hook, and I do a song where I'm singing. And then people are like, is she singing? So they come in and doing that. And then that's why I had to quit smoking, because it got to the point where it was like someone was like cutting off my air, and I gave myself notes. So don't know how they're gone now. And it took like 3 years. I had to not sing. It was really hard.
Oh, wow.
So I just perfected the writing, and then came up with some raps, and then lived some life experiences. And that's where like a lot of those songs from last year came from. So
you're performing, but you're considering the next act in a sense, correct?
I always have it practiced and planned out, and then I try to do a little bit of like self choreography and stuff. So I practice my set, and I do it over and over and over again. So, and I have my backtracking vocals, because then if you forget a line and you're right back on track. Yeah. A lot of people can hate on it, but we're dancing around and taking all these breaths and stuff. You're out of breath. Like you need
agree
it.
with that.
You need
I
it for
totally
those
agree.
spots. And it sounds underproduced when you don't. Because I've done it both ways. I've done it out both ways for auditions and done both ways for shows. And it doesn't sound the same.
Right. Oh, yeah. I understand.
You do, Bam, when you perform, do you have a layer too or what?
No. My mental is when I go out to perform is when I leave that stage, whoever's coming behind me better come better than what I just did.
Of course.
You understand? And that's my mental. It's like I'm coming out full blast. As far as I'm concerned, I'm the fucking headliner. I hate this, not trying to sound like an egotistical bastard, but I have to bring that energy. That type of energy I'm trying to bring. You got what I mean? You came to the show. I feel that you deserve for me to shake my ass. You know what I mean? You pay money. So I'm going to sweat. I'm going to do what I got to do to make you feel like you know, hey, he was worth the money. Even if you don't remember me tomorrow, he was worth the money. You know what I mean? So that's how I like to do it. You know what I mean? So can you give me one piece of advice to give a young artist today?
I think it would have to be don't come at things with the ego. Like, be humble, because you never know who is gonna be famous tomorrow and stuff. When you say no to working with somebody, because I think less about me turning people down and think about people who've turned down working with me over the years, and now, you know, damn, I wish I was a little bit nicer to Lyrics, like, you know. So
catching all those videos, like, God damn, I could have been in one of those.
Well, the bottom line is, if you were genuinely...
One of those girls I'm actually friends with in real life, and people call it fake or whatever, but, like, there's no hard feelings there. Like, if people get on teams, it's like, it's anything. It's, you know, I'm on Team Lyrics, I'm on Team Z, or, you know, any of that stuff. So,
well, if you're generally a nice person, it'll show. It'll always show. It'll always come out. Doesn't matter where you at in your career, people will know. She good people, you know what I mean? And that's all that matters. If you got the right people that believe in you and that's going to see you for you, that's all you need. You know what I mean? Because then you stay humble to yourself.
I think the right person to believe in you is you. Like, believe in yourself. Like, I believe in myself, and that's what keeps me coming back and doing it time and time again.
Yeah.
And keep going further with it, because there's something in me that says, I'm not going to go to school for this, because there is no other. Like, I want to go out there and do that and see the world and break out into international. And I'm like, I feel like I'm so close, but I wasn't ready last year. I know I wasn't ready, and that's why nothing come of it too much. I'm supposed to go to New York, but I'm waiting until all this COVID stuff calms down before I go into any epicenters.
You don't want to go to New York. You don't want to go to my borough.
I got a 9-year-old, so, you know, priorities are that right now, because that's like, I don't get to see her for a month when I come back, but we'll see once things should be calming down with this stuff sometime soon.
Cool.
All right. So
I don't know.
This is the fun part. We like to ask people who's their 5 top hip hop artists. And then Bam's probably going to shit on your answers, but let's do this.
Probably.
Anyway.
Wow. Really? We
Negative Bam today.
I'm not negative. I'm not negative.
I'm 100. No, I don't like that.
I'm just saying, you know, everybody look at hip hop differently. You know what I mean? She's younger generation, so she look at hip hop one way. I look at hip hop another way, and you look at it from a DJ perspective.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying?
I've actually started to listen to more of the underground the older I get. So I do like atmosphere and stuff like that. For as far as underground goes, who else? It's hard to think off the top, right? So right now, I'd say I do like we said, they're smashing the game, like the Baby, Tory Lanez. I listen to them a lot. I like Swollen Members. They're throwing out their different classifieds, pretty dope.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like Eminem's older stuff, but like I find his tone is a little bit like kind of like he never grew out of his ego, so his newer stuff's not really my thing. But
neither.
I like the happier, like, let's get drunk and party. Like, he was kind of better at that character for me, anyways. So yeah,
I agree with you on that one. Is that 5, Bam?
And then as far as females go, I want to say Nicki Minaj. I'm not really too big on some of the newer ones, like the Meg Thee Stallion and stuff like that, and Cardi B, because it's like, I feel like Nicki brought sexy back, and now they just like overdoing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're
like
disgusting
there's
now. It's too much.
fine line, you know, it's too much. Have you seen that one where that old guy that plays the Bluebird on Lion King? He's doing that WAP song. He's reading it out.
No.
You gotta look that up.
There's a funny story about this mop. I heard this through a friend that they were talking about. I don't even know what it was. It was like probably softball or something. And he got all racist and called the guy a wop, but the daughters couldn't stop laughing in the back seat. He's like, "What's so funny?" You know what I mean? Like, Dad, you shouldn't say that. But he's not seeing it the way they're seeing it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I was like, that was a huge misunderstanding.
That generational gap.
Misunderstanding. Oh yeah, for sure.
That is huge. That's funny.
It's like that damn wop in there. Ha ha ha.
Hey,
Sorry,
wait a
man.
minute. She's trying to trick us and not answer that question.
Why?
You know, that
What's that?
sidetracking us. Your top five.
She gave top 5.
That is my top five. I gave you more than 5.
No,
I gave you more than 5, and I guess like I would have to say I have like a top couple favorites, and I don't really have any favorites other than that.
No?
That's
All right. I'll let you slide.
That's the answer.
So, did COVID push back a lot of projects for you?
Just going to New York one because I was gonna do a little EP with a label out there, so it would have been like the first official thing I would have signed to. So there's that. But I think I want to, if I'm gonna do it, like I don't know. Now that I know more, I kind of want to own 100% of it.
Yeah.
Like the music, because I think that's the biggest mistake everybody makes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because then if I own 100% of the music and I sell 3% of the song, that's going to be a lot less than 3% of 50%. You know what I'm saying?
True. But so when this is a positive thing of COVID that we're talking about. So now you would have probably jumped 2 feet into it, knowing now that you're like, I'm backtracking a little bit.
Yeah, that's the thing. It makes you take a step back and look and plan better.
So now,
More hesitant.
so with COVID, are you a nay or a yay on this vaccination that they're flying in?
I don't think I'm gonna be jumping on that. I never got the flu shot before, so
Neither have I.
I'm not really one of those people who get sick. You know what I mean? I take my vitamins every day. And
Yeah, I'm big on
sleep.
that.
I take my makeup off every night. Like I'm pretty boring. Like I'd be probably getting ready for bed soon. My life stage. If I'm traveling for music, like okay, like we're on the 18-hour days, and stuff. I'm game to like put in my work. But when I'm home, like I'm home, I'm mom, so that's what it is.
Oh, trust me.
Self-care.
There you go.
I talked to Bam earlier. He was taking a nap,
Yeah, I took a nap this afternoon too to make sure.
Oh, I'm fucking jealous of you two. I'll tell you that right now. Like I was on here at 7:30. I was like, oh man, what would I have done for 20 minutes? You know what I mean?
I tell you, man.
Oh, man.
When you have kids, you appreciate the nap. I guarantee you that.
What do you mean? I appreciate a nap anytime. It doesn't matter.
I appreciate sleeping until like 8 or 9 a.m.
I've turned into that guy too. I wake up at 8:30. I'm like, I couldn't have slept a little longer, but whatever. It feels good. So let's get into the 10 random questions just to get people to know you a little bit better. First one would be, who was your first celebrity crush?
I think it was every little girl's crush is Eminem.
That's a first here.
But then he got weird. And then he got weird. He's older. He's like less attractive, I think.
Yeah, but we're your first. We've always. It's just like everything else. We make our mistake on our first.
Oh, the blonde hair and the blue eyes.
Oh yeah,
and
then, Bam had a crush on him too.
Ooh.
Did you? Did you have daddy issues too? No, just kidding.
I got other issues. Shit, believe that. I got other issues. Your dream car.
It was a pink S2000.
Pink S2000. Okay.
That's your dream car?
Yeah, but I want it custom made and automatic because I know they're only standard, and I don't drive standard. I hate driving. Those the 2 things I would never do is laundry or drive if I had the choice.
Straight up, it's just a stretch limo, a limo bus. I don't want to drive. That's my dream car. Just let me get back there and do my thing, So
you'd be like DJing wherever you go.
No, I'm retired. I have DJ friends. We'll get Alex to DJ. Shut up, Bam. I'm retired.
He ain't retired.
I'm retired. Your first job ever.
I was a pizza girl. I made pizzas at Heavy Duty.
So
pizza.
You're just rolling these things out? Pizza making? Really?
Yeah, straight up made pizzas. I was 15. And then I went right to cooking in a bar, and then I was a bartender for 15 years. So
All right. All
Okay,
right.
there you go. Name one thing on your bucket list.
I definitely want to check out the Maldives.
Yeah.
That's a bucket list because damn, like that, it's so beautiful there.
Yeah, I'm down for that. That's definitely a good one.
That's a trip. That can happen.
That could happen. Yeah.
That can happen.
Bam's already down. He's already looking at fucking trips. Look at him.
Oh, you don't know.
So, one word to describe your rap style.
I would say danspiration because it's got a lot of meaning behind my songs. I know I'm making up my own words now, but but I thought about this earlier. We said it, and I was like, "That's what I'm saying. That's my answer." Like
It is, though.
it is. I sat there with my girl, going over, looking at
It is your answer.
what we were going to talk about, and it was a lot to think about because I don't want to come into it blindsided. You know, it's sidetracked.
That's that proper English. There you go. You know, favorite TV show.
Right now, Animal Kingdom is what I'm rewatching. I love my TV shows. It's like asking me my favorite artist. Like I love all music. I love all my TV shows. So I've got so
Animal
many.
Kingdom.
Animal Kingdom is what I'm watching right now.
The jump from season 2 to 3 is too fucked up for me. It's too long. It's too.
I think I'm right at the end of season 2, so I'll talk to me in a couple episodes.
Yeah. It's just
episode 9.
Don't get me wrong. I've rewatched it twice. I've done it. I'm one of those that if I like it, I'll rewatch the show.
I'll rewatch it. Yeah.
Bam, you've watched Kingdom? Animal Kingdom?
Nope.
Useless.
And then I'm left field like Veronica Mars.
Oh God.
I don't know what that is. What is that?
Yeah,
it's like a teenage detective, like
my wife.
You ever heard of
like
the OC? Oh, I bet.
My wife loves Veronica Mars. When it's on, I can't watch nothing. No Call of Duty, no nothing. It ain't happening. We gonna watch this. Wow. Terrible. But I like the show. I ain't gonna lie. I'll be real. It's a nice show. It's a good show. It's a good show.
God, you know? Today you've been real negative.
He always played his Xbox as a PS. Like, did you get the new one? You know, like, and I'm like, no, I want to watch my show. Turn that shit down. Like, why do you? One question I got for you though, like, why do you guys need such a loud sound system for video games?
Oh, see, next time you playing, I'm gonna point out. Next time you playing, when you okay, this is the best way to make you understand it. No. She'll get it. When you do a song and you go back and you listen to your song, there's some things you hear in that song that other people don't hear. You get what I'm saying? You're sitting there and it's like, that hum or that pop or that little background noise from your microphone that picks up that you hear it that nobody else can hear, and you tell engineer, no, that's gotta go. That's gotta go. When we playing Call of Duty, if you pay attention, you can hear motherfuckers sneaking up behind you.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? You hear the footprint, and you know to turn around before you die. That's why it's so loud.
Funny.
Yeah, seriously.
Okay, that makes sense. That's funny.
Pay attention.
I feel like that probably is why that's too funny.
I had a surround sound. I was playing at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I got it up, and it's quiet in the house, and I'm hearing footsteps. Like, what the fuck is going on? It blew my fucking mind. Ever since then, it's like, I need it. I gotta have it. I gotta do it. You know.
That's hilarious.
My first Call of Duty experience, it was the opposite. It was at my parents' house, and I played it really low.
Oh no!
And I got hooked. I don't know what it's like. I don't remember which one it was. And I'm playing this thing, and this one dude, I guess because I didn't have the sound loud, because he kept running behind me and killing me.
Yep.
By the 4th time he killed me, I yell, "Fuck!" And I forgot it's 4 a.m. and my parents are upstairs. You know, I'm like, I get all quiet. My dad's like, "You all right?" I'm like, "Yeah." Nothing's happening. I'm like, yeah. I remember that's like, fuck. When I was like, man, that game makes me too angry. But you're right about the footsteps.
Whatever you do, don't start playing that game. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
Who?
Her. I'm telling you.
Why would she want to play it?
Don't play it. It's addictive.
I'm good.
Okay. Because when you buy the game and play the game, it's one thing. But when you go online, it becomes a whole different animal. You get
My
what I'm
kid's
saying?
already on the dark side.
Yeah, it becomes a whole different animal. I'm telling you, don't
This
do
guy,
it.
I could call.
I got the Switch, but that's what I got. I got my Netflix, and they got their games, so that's it.
There you go.
I used to get a hold of when Bam lived in New York. I can call him anytime, text him. He'd answer back. Call of Duty came up, and I didn't hear from him for 2-3 weeks. Gone, just gone. Mystery, like to the point where it's like, dude, just tell me you're alive. Like, just let me know what's up. Like,
I'm alive until this guy snipes me from over there. You know what I mean?
oh man, you're terrible. All right. So besides music, what other hobbies do you have?
I'm actually a golfer. I like to work out. I did gymnastics for like 15 years growing up, and yeah, I like to cook. I like to cook.
Okay, I can get with that one. Golfing, can't do it. Hurt myself.
No man, it's
hurt myself.
Oh yeah. If you try to crush it, for sure. But it's like it's a good relaxation.
You remember
Sometimes
the
you
word
love the
fuck
game, sometimes you
earlier?
hate the game.
Remember the word fuck earlier? That's me at the driving range.
Telling you.
I don't know why it keeps going that way. And then I figured if I turn myself, it still goes that way. I don't know. I remember using my buddy's golf club. He's like, use this one. And I remember hitting it as hard as I could. And I saw the ball like plop like 5 feet, like doop, doop, doop. But then I saw the golf head just keep going. And he's like, you broke my golf club. I was like, why the fuck did you give that to me then? You know, like my bad. But yeah, no.
Cooking, relaxing.
It's funny because on Saturday, a good friend of mine, Carm, kept telling me I should go golfing with him. But I don't know. Maybe I'll have to give it a shot. I told Carm I was going to go golfing
I
with him.
started when I was 18, so I've been doing it for a while.
Okay. So,
It's definitely it takes a lot of patience. It takes a lot of patience, and it was something I liked. So it's either if you like it and you stick with it, it's kind of like singing or music or DJing. You know what I mean? Like you like it, so you practice at it to get there. If you don't have a want or need to do it, you're not gonna do it.
You notice this turned into a motivational show by Laydee Lyrix.
Yeah.
She's motivating us, like, guys.
Oh my god! There you go. Get off the couch.
She mommed us right now. You know?
And it's another example. Don't judge a book by its cover. It's another example. Don't judge a book by its cover. You know what I mean? She likes golf. You know what I mean?
Judge you?
No, but me and you playing chess in Cuba, people looking at us like we're fucking crazy.
That's true.
You know how
this
to
is
play
facts.
chess? You know what I mean? Like
we were the drunkest guys for like 4 days straight on the resort, and we go to this game room, and there's a chessboard, and we actually start playing, and the whole place just stops. And he's like, do you guys even know what you're doing? We're like, yeah. Like, you know what I mean? We were stupid for 4 days, but we know how to play chess.
Yeah.
Don't judge a book by its cover. You know.
Good old all inclusives.
Yeah. So you're right. I get, but the thing is, I think with like, I just have to. I think I'm would be better at trying new things now because I think the patience is there. Knowing if you're not good at it right away, that maybe the more you were. Because as a kid, I'd be like, why the hell do I suck at this? And I just on to the next, right? So it is what it is. I get it.
True. Name your favorite movie.
Don't laugh. It's Billy Elliot.
I don't know what
you probably don't even know if you've heard of it.
Nope.
Billy
Just
Elliot.
Google it in front of me.
Bring it up. Let's see what we got.
It's about a little Scottish boy that wants to be a ballerina instead of a boxer, like his dad wants him to be. It's cute.
Okay.
I love that movie.
Okay.
Okay, I remember this. Yeah. So
It's a good watch, actually. Yeah.
is it on Netflix?
I don't think so. I stream stuff on Gujara if it's not on my Prime or Netflix. I don't even use cable anymore. Everything's all streaming.
It's so true. I know.
Yeah,
I do the exact same thing, and that's like, Bam just made me watch a movie not too long ago. What was it? Crush Groove.
You
ever heard of that?
She's too young.
No, it's about.
No, see, I was too
a hip-hop
young.
movie.
I was too young too.
It's a hip hop movie. It was only made in 1985. Come on, people. You know.
I thought you were
Well, it's
making
about
shit
88, so to be fair, I guess.
You know.
I thought you were making shit up, man. When you said Crush Groove, I was like, yeah, okay, sure. And then I actually caught it on one of like the streaming thing that we were talking about. I was like, what the hell? Look that. It's good. It's a good hip hop movie. I'll give him that. Has all the old school cats.
She'll get there. You know, like she.
Well, I've never heard of it. So at the end of the day, like it just.
You know, she'll get there. You know, she's starting to get into the music a little more. Starting to, focus on her music, this and everything like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I have to definitely check it out.
Okay.
Definitely check it out.
She'll get into it.
All right.
Get to old school.
So we know you cook. You enjoy cooking, but what's your favorite food to eat? Cooking or not cooking? Your one meal.
Definitely not cooking. Ordering pizza. Like if I'm traveling and I'm doing a show, that's what I like to do. After the show, I go home back to my hotel and I order a pizza and I smoke a fat joint and just chill,
Just do it. Yes.
So,
Yeah. Now, what's on your pizza?
hydrate. Usually in that scenario, pepperoni, but I don't know. I like everything but onions and anchovies. So.
I like anything but green
Side
peppers.
question.
Uh-oh.
You travel a lot. Best pizza. Where you get the best pizza from? Where you think is the best pizza?
Probably Buffalo. It's like Buffalo's got a really good pizza and wings, and I think it's maybe because I'm biased and it's close. and then I'm partial to St. Catharines because I lived there from like elementary and high school. So like I'm so partial to their takeout because it was like cheap. That's the one thing I hate about the falls is the food is so expensive here in comparison. But you can get booze like everywhere. Now you can get beer at Walmart and some like most
we have that
grocery
here now.
beer
We have that here
and
now.
grocery stores and stuff.
No, I
But
just
you
find
guys
pizza.
you're in Ottawa, so you're close to a border there too, right?
Yeah, when when they go, we're going on strike and everyone starts to panic. I'm like, over the bridge. 5 minutes over the bridge, I get whatever. We actually have in Costco here. They sell the Octagon beer. It's like 55 cans for like $50.
Oh my
It's
god,
insane.
seriously? That's
Cases of
ridiculous.
Corona for like what, $24, $26. You go to the beer store, it's 40 something. Like it's insane. Like we do have that option.
It's like $50, yeah.
And then when things close at 9 o'clock here, they're open till 11. So it's like, oop, over the bridge. That's
Over the
that's
bridge.
the-
Yeah,
And
I just found
You can
pizza
still get
different
over
in
there right
Canada.
now?
You know what? Yes. When COVID first started hitting us,
Yeah.
we actually had
The cheese and the pepperoni is different.
St. Albert's. The St. Albert's cheese is what you like. St. Albert's cheese, eh, Bam? The cheese
yeah,
curds?
yeah,
No, you
yeah,
like them in
yeah.
your poutine at least?
And I like the cheese curds. I do like the cheese curds. It's just New York pizza and pizza here.
Oh yeah.
They put too much dough.
I never got to have pizza in New York because I was sick when I was there. I was on the way home and I was like at the end of my travels and the 18-hour days. So I was like running to go and I got sick. Like, don't kick me off the plane. I'm good. Like, I was actually right before all this COVID stuff happened. So maybe I'm immune. Never. I'm just kidding.
New York pizza is a heart attack, So,
But where do we
there's-
go? So if we go to New York, where are you sending us for pizza?
Oh man, you can stop at any pizza shop because they all
Definitely.
delicious. They're all
Yeah, for
delicious,
sure.
you know what I
Doesn't
mean?
Chicago rival you guys?
Chicago, man, I don't even want to talk about Chicago. I don't want to.
all I heard.
That deep dish over there ain't no joke, bro. I ain't
Now I
gonna
just
lie.
want pizza. I don't even
that deep dish over there ain't no joke. I'm not gonna lie. So I don't want to talk bad about Chicago deep dish.
Yeah.
I just don't want to talk about Chicago.
It's all right. Bam's really been really hating today, big time. You
I'm
notice
not a
this?
hater, man. I'm just old and grumpy. That's all.
Oh, I see that.
Just a
Every
little
year,
bit, just
every
a
year. So, the vaccination's coming out, all this nonsense. Maybe everything opens up. Let's say if everything comes back to normal. What's next for you? What's your next big move?
Once everything stops closing, for sure, I want to get back involved with Coast to Coast because I love working and networking. I think it's a really good way to stay out there and to learn the game, the business part of it. So like go to school like that and then continue my artist school because that's kind
That's
of what
dope.
that is.
That is dope.
Yeah.
So, I just want to let people know where they can follow you on. They can catch you on Instagram. That's at Laydee Lyrix. But I am Laydee Lyrix, right? And you're
Yes.
on Twitter, Laydee Lyrix also, and Spotify. So you just pretty much put Laydee Lyrix all over. You pop up, from my understanding, from looking you up, right? Google you up, also
Yep.
with YouTube, etc. Right? But you're on all major streaming platforms.
I am. That's the
That's
thing.
dope.
Yeah. And I'm on iTunes and all that stuff as well.
All tunes and Amazon Prime or music. Yeah, that's dope though. Like, so now are you satisfied with what's going on from where you started into today?
Absolutely. And I always say to myself, I'm like, okay, like when it does finally happen and I break out and I get to that point where I'm like, okay, cool. You're going to turn on the radio and you're going to start hearing me because it's going to eventually happen. The only way that you cannot get to where you want to be is if you give up. Right.
Yeah.
So I think I'm happier that I know what I know now.
Yeah, no, that's the
I still
same
got
with
more to
everything.
go.
Of course, there's always room to learn. It's the day you start to fail is when you think you know everything. Like when you just sit back and be like, I know it all. No. Keep learning. Everyone's hopefully we can absorb from some stuff from one another, right? So I don't know. Bam.
Yo.
You still alive?
Yes, I am.
We're gonna end this interview, and we want to play a video. It's called "Used to." Can you tell me a bit about that video?
That was actually a song that I wrote the song within 3 hours, and I woke up at 4 a.m. I was in the end of my trip, my first trip to Miami, because I went back to have the A&R meetings in November, but it was in September last year, and it was like in the hurricane and everything. I said, I'm not going home empty-handed because I didn't make it past the into the finals, like the second round of the finals. But it was against 400 other artists, and I'm just like, to be even considered, like, and one of the only other artists from Ontario. I think the only artist. There was a couple other from like BC and stuff out there, but it wasn't many Canadians, that's for sure.
That is crazy.
Little me with my red hair and my skin tight pants. I got up on stage with my braids and everything, and I'm just like, what? Bam! And everybody was like, what? Who the hell is this? But
love it.
I feel like that's where I'm at, because I wish that I was at where I am now, and like more focused and ready instead of just going into it with the nerves. But you live and you learn, right? And I got there without even really putting my all into it, so I'm excited to see what happens when I go back and they do.
That was my question. So are they if they have another one, which they should eventually, you are allowed to go back? Like, it's not one of those, you've been in this competition once, are you allowed?
Oh, no. So many people go back. Go back. And that's the networking. And I'm excited to go back and be like, hey, like all the people you met and stuff. So it's kind of like becomes like a community, and it's a conference, right? So it's not, it depends what you're looking at to get out of it. Are you going because you think you're going to win that money? Because I'm pretty sure the people who win that money wasn't their first time around. And the second time I went, I actually like met Little Fats, and he was like, you did a really good job tonight. Because I went up and I said yes, and I did open mic. So I was doing an A&R meeting during the day and then a performance at night. So you can imagine why by the end of it, I was like, I was dying. I was sick. I was borderline kidney infection. Like, I was no sleep. You know what I mean? Like, I was dying. So yeah, there's something to be said about standing alone and being the person who's not partying, because the people at the top, they aren't, right? So
that's the way to do it.
They aren't, but
yeah, but you learn
they at the party, but they're not.
You learn hard and fast. You learn hard and fast. But I had some cool stories. Like the Holiday Inn was their assholes don't stay there. Actually, the number one place to stay in Miami is the Hotel Pierre if you want to be mid beach, because it's like $90 a night, and you can just walk right to the beach. Yeah. Versus like 300 on like the Blau was like, oh my god, it's expensive, man.
Yeah,
it's expensive.
That is great. How long were you in
Miami? I've heard of people having like 10. The first time I was there for a week in September, and it cost the same as like 3-4 days in November, because the price jumps. It's like Niagara Falls, like tourism season, right?
That's right.
But for it to be $90, then it's probably like $50 at that other place in the summer. The only difference is to have a pool, but I don't travel all the way across the world to be in the warm to swim in a pool. Like,
that's what I say when I know we go on plenty of vacations. I barely step in the pool. I just with the ocean. We don't have that.
It's like everybody's. It's just like it's a petri dish of germs.
Well, I keep telling people that keep saying,
saying that too.
Yeah, look at this cool
You're like,
bar.
You motherfuckers sit in the pool bar all day when you're all
like giant toilet. If I go in the pool bar, I'm gonna splash people in the mouth.
Fucked up. Y'all fucked up. Both of y'all fucked up.
Mind me not to go on vacation with you.
Don't worry.
Oh, you go on vacation with us. You be good. You be good.
No, I don't go in that pool. Even though water looks different color in that. No. Why is the pool bar warm? Not cool, man. Not for me. The ocean all day. We go to the ocean, swim, and that's the way. You're right. Pools. There's pools around here, but I don't have an ocean around me. That's the way to do it, though. But thank you for being on tonight. I appreciate it. Man, it's been a blast. You know where to find us. Anytime you. Yeah, man, you've been great. We'd love to have you back on. Anytime you want to come back, just shoot me a message and we'll do this again.
That's right. And be grumpy next time. You be grumpy. I'll be positive, and we have no fun with it.
You're at your age.
Hey, you never know. Every day is different. I have my good days and my bad days. I actually just did like a sponge, so I burned some sage before I started because I wasn't sure how I was feeling. But because like I'll be real with you. Like, I'm wearing PJs and stuff, so I only got dressed from like the waist up. Like, this was not the situation an hour ago. Like, it's just
that's all we need. That's all we need to shoot the shit. You know,
I'm a real person too. So, but yeah, you guys are great.
It's our pleasure, man. We'll definitely come on. We can shoot the shit about music. We can talk about a bit of history, Bam. You can probably try to teach us a little bit.
Nah. Y'all don't.
Hopefully next time I'll have a new video for you guys.
Yes. So that's what we'll do. You get a new video, hit us up. We're doing this all over again.
For sure.
Thank you so much.
Sounds good.
Peace.
Okay. Peace.
Bartender, dreams of peace while my heart bleeding private later. See my smiling face, they turn to haters. She got handed it, they don't see me work all day here. Late nights, early mornings, war spirit, old woken, same fights, new heights, got me in tights, loving the unspoken. Too many times live, I trusted too easily. Everything but pleasing me, my walls often got me riding solo. Check me wildin' out in Miami, saying YOLO. Must have been a change, or maybe I'm insane. Used to attract them convicts and drug dealers. Now I'm being hit up by a business leader. Got a silver fox, almost twice my senior. Why he be made so well at that age? Can't call it a phase. My peers sucked and they be dicks these days and always. Fuck you suckers, pay. Lyrics giving no fucks to them hating sluts. Didn't wanna wander in, should've kept your dog tied up. Used to be so nice, now I've had enough. And now I'm here to rip it up. I want it all, that life, the fame, the fab. On the next flight out to see my ass. Oh yeah. Ooh.
Roll the dice.
Thought of you and days, thought of you today. Not winning, feel the same, and that's okay. Lyrics gonna be the one someday. When I got away, busy on these streets. Break my heart today. That's when I write the best songs anyway. Life gonna hit me with the right. I'ma get up and fight. This my life, born to write. And mama did, there ain't no pussy. It's my time. Wish I brought a better pad than a pen, but I'ma swipe the angriest you ever heard in your life. Break me on my bubble, live and breathe the trouble, feeling sorry. That's life, people struggle. Lyrics not giving no fucks to them hating sluts. Didn't wanna wonder and should've kept your dog tied up. Used to be so nice, now I've had enough. I'm here to rip it up, I want it all. That life, the fame, the fab. On the next flight out to see my ass. Oh yeah. Ooh.
Casino, roll the dice.
On the beats, engineer. Niagara Falls. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
See no good, hear no evil.
Oh yeah,
Casino, roll the dice.